EA Sports. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Return. And just shutting him off there. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
Nice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
H.A. now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud off the play fake. Out to his left. And a quick throw here that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at the defense for these Texans. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On first down, here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. As Stroud now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now ETN to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
12 more yards there and another first down.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Down to the 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Texans' 43-yard line.
Hey, 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Hey, easy. Route.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They have to give... so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk from a yard out. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. The quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Texans at 13-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Ready.
On the bootleg, Stroud. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Ready.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Stroud will look to throw once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Houston set to take over. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. 2nd and 10, here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 35. And the Texans first down.
19-18.
The throwing again is Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Watson from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On the draw, here's Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper. Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good. For another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Lawrence going to throw again. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Lawrence will throw. And this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On red.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Got his man. Touchdown, Jaguars. For Dare with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Drop 50, drop 50. Hey.
Again on second down, it's Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Stroud to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Watson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Jaguars 14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rams 23.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Hey, let's go.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Sheds off the tackle. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On second down, Barber. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 9 here. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Back to throw, O'Connell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They go back to the ground game with H.A. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. Nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's in for the score. Texans. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Drew Sanders gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials. Sometimes. Protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Silver.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Lawrence. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out comes Houston. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 16 yards.
1st down, they go back to A-Chain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stroud sets up the play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here goes Stroud again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Sutton now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Lawrence, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know if that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, hey, hey.
Now Lawrence. A very quick pass to Ridley. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Hey, easy. Route.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Hey, run.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 31 yards.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here... And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Martin. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Achane. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. That one looks like he'll throw here. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
3rd and goal, Stroud. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Texans extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. It's a throw again as Lawrence. And he's got Booker. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A give up the middle to Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. A shotgun snap to Stroud as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
60 Maverick, 50 Maverick. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Jags will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.